It's time for Apple Farm Chatter, your podcast for all things Apple Farm Service, the latest ag news, dealership events, and upcoming trends. Put on your work clothes. Apple Farm Chatter begins now.
Hello and welcome to another episode of Apple Farm Chatter. Kent Holmes here with Apple Farm Service along with Travis. Hi Travis.
Hey Kent, how we doing?
Good. Did you have a good Thanksgiving?
Oh, I'm fatter already.
Did you, what'd you have to eat for Thanksgiving?
Oh, let's see, I had some mashed potatoes, I had some corn, cranberries, and there's some meat there. White meat, delicious. Oh, turkeys.
Turkey! Yeah, turkey, the national bird for Thanksgiving. And so today we are speaking actually with Bowman Landes Farms. We're speaking with Dan. Dan, how are you doing this morning?
We're doing fine.
Good, Dan Landis, and then we're talking with Drew Bowman. Drew, how are you?
Doing well.
So we wanted
Good to be here.
Yeah, I really appreciate you guys taking the time to come out and talk with us. We're actually recording in, where are we? We're in a house. I feel like there's a history to this house.
There is.
So, yeah.
This would be my grandpa Dennis and grandma Ruth's house. They lived here since they first started the business with Kenneth Bowman, which would be Drew's grandpa. And that was in 1948. And since then, both sets of our grandparents have passed away. And we use this house for just any type of conference meeting we need to have and corporate meetings. And we have a little kitchen here we still use to have some meals in as well. But other than that, it sits empty.
Well, I appreciate you guys letting us use this. And then, so I guess for those that don't know, Bowman and Landis, you mentioned turkeys. So I guess, Drew, tell us what, in a nutshell, Bowman and Landis. What is Bowman and Landis?
Yeah, absolutely. So Bowman Landes Turkeys. So the farm we're on today is a Century Farm. So my great-grandfather bought this farm in 1915. And then in the late 1930s, started raising some turkeys here. Then in 1948, my grandfather, Kenneth Bowman, and Dan's grandfather, Dennis Landis, formed a partnership to form Bowman and Landes Turkeys. So
Awesome.
we raise free-range turkeys that are grown here on our family farm in New Carlisle.
Cool.
Very.
And then I guess, so you mentioned a little brief history of Bowman and Landis. I guess day to day, what do you guys do? Dan, what do you do day to day here?
Yeah, we take care of the turkey production and also the farming side of it. So we're outside the majority of the time of the year, and in the wintertime we're in the shop doing maintenance on the equipment. So that's our responsibilities here in the operation. We're third generation.
Awesome. Yeah, we appreciate family owned and third generation because
Yeah,
Apple
that's
Farm
us.
Service, that's us. We're in third generation family owned. You guys started in 48, right?
That's right.
So you started in 48, we started in 56. So kind
Just
of in
a
that
little
same-
older than us.
Yeah, you guys have a few more
Barely got
birthdays
you.
than us. Yeah, and then I guess Drew, day to day, what do you do here?
Yeah, so my role is predominantly in sales and marketing of the turkeys. So we distribute our turkeys year-round for wholesale distribution to both grocers and food service industry. We also have a retail store here on our farm in New Carlisle that's open year-round, Monday through Saturday. So my areas of work are mostly involved in the sales and marketing of the retail and wholesale operations of the business.
Cool. And I guess question that we have here, what we have not, the most I've been here is pick up turkeys and hams before. So I haven't been a tour around. There's lots of things going on here. We're curious. What goes into raising the perfect turkey? Yes, Dan, what goes into raising the perfect turkey?
Yeah, it starts from day one. We buy our poults from a hatchery in Canada, and they deliver them down when they're 1 day old, and we want to give them fresh feed and fresh water and fresh air from day one. That's very important. And then being free range, we let them have access to the outdoors once they get to 3 weeks of age. And just making sure that the turkey health with good water quality and the good nutrients that go into the feed is very important, and giving plenty of space to be a turkey and have plenty of room. That's all very vital to getting turkey off to a good start. We have good employees that help us go through the turkey barns every day and make sure they're comfortable as they can be. And we're just all working together at it. And then once they get about 15 weeks to 20 weeks of age, we start processing those here on the farm. And that's what we're doing here today.
Okay.
So we're processing some for the Christmas season.
Okay. You said they're Canadian turkeys. They have Canadian citizenship.
Well,
Canadian
just for one day.
Just for one day. They're Canadian citizens for one day. So does that make them friendlier?
They're good turkeys.
They're good turkeys.
Yep.
That's good. They're polite.
That's right.
Yeah.
Good high quality turkey.
It's just curious, because you say they come from Canada and they make it all the way down here. Is there a specific reason why you guys source them all the way from Canada?
We've worked with Cuddy Farms for years as our pulp source, and they used to have some hatcheries here in the States that we dealt with, and their headquarters got moved up to Canada, up there at Strathroy, Ontario. So that's why we continue to do business with them. We have a good relationship with them folks, and they provide a good, healthy pulp for us.
Okay.
Nice. Good to see that, just loyalty between businesses.
That's right.
Yeah. And then, so you mentioned free range, and that's kind of one of those buzzwords that you hear everywhere now. So explain to you, what does the term free range actually mean? What do you have to do to be able to stamp on the box, this is a free range turkey?
Sure. So our classification is free range. So predominantly in the 1940s, when our grandparents started raising turkeys, most consumers were receiving a free range turkey. So it was common for turkeys to be raised outdoors. Today we would be in the minority. So most turkey farms across the country the turkeys would be raised in an indoor environment. So our classification for free range turkey, meaning they have access to the outdoors for at least 50% of their life cycle, and we would qualify for more than that. And so we predominantly raise turkeys in the summer and fall months where the climate is really nice to be raising turkeys outside. So we think turkeys are kind of like humans. When it's nice outside, got the sunshine, fresh air, they like to get outside and exercise and move around. And we think that leads to a good quality, flavorful bird. And so that's kind of what we've stuck with ever since we started raising turkeys back in the 1940s.
Okay. And then we noticed the little huts as we were driving in. And so I'm assuming that's for shade and when it rains, right?
Correct. So those are outdoor shelters. So in the summer heat, they can get under there for shade. And in the event of a rainstorm or whatnot, they can also get under there for protection from the rain. So for those birds that are raised on pasture full time, once they get to a certain age, about 6 to 8 weeks of age, they have outdoor feeders and shelters and waters. And then we rotate their pasture ground every
couple weeks.
2 weeks or so, yeah.
Okay. You said pasture ground. So what's their diet consist of then? Because I'm sure that makes a huge difference in how the bird tastes, right?
Well, they still primarily would eat grain that we would feed them, through the feed. They're out there pecking around at the grass and the insects, but the diet that they would eat on range would be very similar to what's in the barn. Still eating a nutritious feed that we provide here on the farm. We raise our own corn, soybeans, and have a feed mill here that we produce our own feed for those birds.
Okay. And I know, so Apple Farm Service, could we started about the same time that your great-grandparents started the operation here, and it's just interesting what we do, how much technology has changed when it comes to livestock. We have some old pieces still in the barn from way back when, and really they used something that small to forage and to feed, and so I'm sure you guys have seen, over the years from you guys started now, how has technology changed on the farm, especially Dan on your side? What have you seen change over the course of the 70 years?
Yeah, well, one thing that's changed is we have automatic feed lines now in our turkey barns. We still use the old range feeders out in the field there in the pasture, but I would say with technology, it's made the ease of raising turkeys, a lot simpler with the automatic feed lines, and also with the automatic water lines that we have in the turkey barns too. Gives them better water sanitation, fresher water than what we used to start the turkeys with years ago. And so, yeah, the turkey industry has evolved just like any other livestock industry. Made things easier and better. So those are a couple examples of the water and the feed side. We also have better ventilation with ventilation systems put in the barns today. Controls the air quality in there, and we have sensors that monitor that. And before, we were just relying on manual curtains and doors, to adjust temperature. But the newer barns, all that's automated, so that makes it better for us and makes it better for the turkey.
Great. And I guess from here going forward, what do you see the future of your industry when it comes to either technology or just the business side of it? What do you guys see? Are you guys optimistic, pessimistic? What do you guys see on things that in the industry itself is probably going to be changing?
Yeah, I mean, there's always going to be, the only thing constant is change, right? So I think, as Dan mentioned, there's been a lot of efficiencies and improvements in raising birds on the live production side. We're also seeing that in the turkey harvesting side. There's more automation involved. For us specifically, that's not necessarily the case because we are raising turkeys anywhere from a 10-pound small hen up to about a 30-pound tom. So we have a lot of variation in the size of our turkeys, so it's much harder to automate with a variation in the size of turkeys. But some of these larger national companies, they have a lot of automation in the turkey industry. You're seeing a lot more of that in chickens as well. And then we're also we do have a further processing side that I might be jumping ahead a little bit here as well, but we do have an area that we are cooking product as well, such as whole smoked turkeys and deli meats and such. And so there's a lot of efficiencies and a lot of that equipment as well. That's going to make a better high quality product as well.
Yeah, and I think we do want to hear more about the processing side and how you guys process them in the storefront. Of course, how we can get these delicious birds too. But before we do, I think Travis, you sent a reporter out actually because we wanted to prepare for this.
Well, we called him reporter even though he's an intern. But yes, we actually did send someone out, and they were interviewing turkeys, free-range turkeys, and they all seemed quite happy.
They did.
Do we have some footage of that?
Yeah, we do. So in case you're wondering how your turkeys are doing, we did send a reporter out.
Hello again, everyone. This is your Action News reporter on a breezy summer day in rural Ohio. I visited Bowman Landes, famous for their free-range turkeys. One question that's always pondered me, what do turkeys do with their free reign? I loaded up my microphone and I hit the farm to find out. Excuse me.
Yeah.
How long have you been here?
Oh, since I was born. Has it been about 3 months, give or take?
How do you like it here?
Oh, I love it.
What's your plans today?
Oh, today's croquet and cards. Never would miss it.
Croquet and cards?
Every Wednesday, mate. Tuesday is water trough aerobics, and Monday is pickleball.
Ma'am, mind if I ask you a question?
Yes, darling?
What are you up to?
Seems obvious, doesn't it? I'm sunning myself.
With a beach chair and what's that?
Long Island iced tea. When it's me time, you know?
Sir, how are you?
You don't look like the farmer.
No, I'm with Apple Farm Chatter. Where are you heading to?
To the spa.
The spa?
Indubitably. Everyone gets to go there after a couple of months.
What do you do at the spa?
I'm not 100% certain, though they don't seem like they want to come back afterwards. I've heard they have steam therapy. They pluck those unwanted feathers, and even have a masseuse.
Like a tenderizer?
Huh? Like for meat?
Thanks for your time.
Wait! Come back! Do you know what the spa is?
Yeah, this is your Action News Reporter, and there you have it. Sports, community activities, rest and relaxation, even pickleball round robin is what you'll find these birds of a fowl doing at Bowman Landes. From rural Ohio, this is John Luis Galveston from Apple Farm Chatter, wishing you a Merry Christmas from the birds.
What a wonderful dude. He works so hard just so we could sign something for him to get credit on it.
So I a little bit of fiction in there, but I mean, you were saying at the end of the day, it's happy birds make good birds, right?
That's right.
Absolutely.
Right. Whether or not there is an activity director here to make sure that they stay on task every day. But yeah, I guess, and a good question too. Before we move on, you said making sure the birds are happy and comfortable. I mean, what are some of the things you're looking for as you're walking around that you can tell these birds are happy and comfortable? What do you look for?
Well, you can tell pretty quick when you go in a barn if they're active, and just the color that their skin is on their head, their coloring. And if they're up strutting around, the tom likes to strut when they're pretty young of age. You can tell a tom from a hen when they're about 2 weeks old just by the way they strut around. So if they're active and up moving, have good coloring in their head, and strutting around, you know they're a happy turkey.
Okay, so what you're saying is you see them strutting around like they're a teenage boy right before the prom.
That's right.
Okay, that's what we're looking for.
Good visual.
That's a good visual. And we want to move over, Drew, kind of to your side too. Now the packaging, how you prepare them, how you package them. Of course, if you've ever been to Bowman Landes, you guys have a wonderful deli and storefront where you find some odds and ends and all the wonderful meat that's here. So I guess what the turkeys that are here, what's the process on what you guys do to prepare and package them?
Sure, good question. So one thing that makes Bowman Landes unique is outside of a hatchery, Bowman Landes would be considered a fully integrated facility here on site on our farm in New Carlisle, meaning that we raise the birds here from day one. They spend their entire lives here on our farm, keep them nice and happy and healthy, and then we actually can walk them into our turkey harvest facility, a USDA inspected harvesting facility. So we don't have to truck them to a third party for harvest. It really leads to a turkey that's going to be not stressed as it's going into harvest. They're not bumped and bruised in transportation process. So we think that's a key ingredient as they go into the harvest. And then we handle all of the packaging and further processing after they're packaged. So we package all the fresh turkeys, and then we also make a wide range of turkey products, so including like bone-in turkey breast, boneless turkey breast roast, etc. So we have a turkey further processing facility that we added on to in 2018 that gave us some room to expand. And so that is everything after the turkey harvest that allows us to package some of these other products. And then in addition, as I mentioned a little bit earlier, we do have a full lineup of cooked turkey products as well. So we're cooking whole smoked turkeys, oven roasted whole turkeys, smoked turkey parts, turkey deli meats. Most turkey items you can think of, we do most of them here on site. And so we've got quality control all the way through the process, from raising the birds all the way through the packaging for the process and production. So we think for a smaller company like us, that kind of makes us unique.
Okay. I guess with all the flavors of turkeys, the different flavorings and ways you smoke them and cook them, I have to ask, between you two, which one do you think is your favorite? Personally, which one do you guys?
So they're all my favorite.
Of course,
the
yeah.
political answer,
Of course, you have to say that. But
understandable.
okay, they're all amazing. But personally, which one's your favorite?
So I probably prefer to have a smoked turkey, but it's hard to beat an oven roasted turkey as well. People ask me what's the perfect way to cook a turkey, and my answer is always don't overcook it. So I think as long as you don't overcook your turkey, there's a many wonderful ways to cook and prepare a turkey. So there's no wrong answer.
Okay. In the store, when you walk in, of course, there's more than just turkey and turkey meats and things that derive from turkey meats. What all, if you come here locally to the store here, New Carlisle, what all can you find in there?
Sure. So we realize not everyone eats turkey all year around, so we have something for everyone. So in addition to our turkey meats, we also procure in chicken, beef, and pork products. We have a full lineup of deli meats that we produce here on site, and also some other procured in. And then we have a full lineup of Amish cheeses, mostly here from Ohio. And then a lot of local farm market items. We try to carry a lot of items from local producers if we can. You know, it's something that you're not going to find at some of the big box grocers. So there's quite a few things here for everyone. So we encourage you to come check us out.
Yeah, we took a look. I think we're going to be walking out with probably some Yoder chocolates. Those looked pretty good.
They're pretty good.
I remember saying my wallet feels lighter as walking through.
And so, one thing you mentioned as we're walking into the house you're setting up is some of the wholesaling that you do with your turkeys. So, if I live not in New Carlisle, where all can I get a Bowman Landes famous turkey from?
Sure. So, so if you live in New Carlisle or nearby in the Dayton area, you can get a turkey here at our retail store anytime. But as we were mentioning before, we do distribute our turkeys across Ohio and really the Midwest at a lot of grocers, your local mom and pop meat shops, etc. So there's quite a few on there. You can have a turkey shipped directly to your home. If you go to bowmanlandes.com, you can order one online. And then we also do have a store locator on our website as well, so you can kind of see a full list of a lot of the retailers that would be carrying our products across the state and around the area as well.
Cool.
Awesome.
Cool. And then one thing too, if you come here to New Carlisle, you can get more than just, if you're looking to get a lot of turkeys or a lot of hams, you can do that, right? How does that work?
Sure. So you can come here and get one for your family for Thanksgiving, or if you are part of a company that you're looking for a holiday gift order, or if you're here with a grocer, we have something for everyone. So we do have a lot of wholesale distribution as well. So you can, if you're looking for something for the holiday season for your employees or your store, you can feel free to give us a call, and we'd be happy to accommodate you.
Awesome. And then I'm going to open up Pandora's box here with you guys who third generation turkey and poultry farmers. This is probably going to pull a few feathers, but Travis, what were we talking about? The question we wanted to bring up.
We were talking, and I blame Burger King for this. We were talking about meatless meat. Their Impossible Whopper, whatever, is like whatever soy-based or plant-based. And from there, you just see kind of a trend take off on meatless meat.
We wanted, what do you guys think about meatless meat from turkey producers?
Well, we would say we don't care for it so much. We like the good wholesome meat that's raised from grain. I think there's a taste difference there, flavor difference, better protein source. Being raised on a farm, I mean, that's how we envision meat being prepared at a table. It's something raised on a farm, a live animal, and that's what we would prefer.
Well, I think you guys then will appreciate we have a very honest commercial for the meatless meat industry. I think you guys will appreciate.
For those who don't love the taste of meat, but want to fit in, or at least try to, presenting Meatless Meat.
Finally, I have something else to create an argument about at our next family gathering.
We take whole foods with names that you can trust and pronounce, like sedin, tempeh, yeast extract, beetroot extracts, and fungi derivatives. Then carefully decompose their molecular structures and recompose them in our labs. That's the natural process that makes our meatless meat so fresh.
I just can't wait to share my soy leg hemoglobin pork chops with nobody at the potluck, and then try to convince everyone it's still called meat.
Because in today's world, we could call it whatever we want, and people will buy it. Presenting our plant-based, meatless, vegan, eco-green, hyper-sustainable, dairy-free, gluten-free, non-GMO, kosher, and woke meat. Just one bite, and you'll know it's absolutely terrible. Available at all Whole Foods and any suburban California supermarket.
Pretty honest, I would say, right?
We had to learn pronunciations of a few words to get that in.
After doing some research on meatless meat, not like I ever wanted to try an Impossible Whopper. I'm never ever trying an Impossible Whopper after that.
You're not missing anything.
There was a little look on your face when you said we're gonna play a meatless meat commercial. You're like, what are we doing?
That's pretty fun.
But I guess before we kind of finish up our time here, with anything else you guys want to say about Bowman Landes? Anything you want to let our listeners
know
about Bowman Landes?
Yeah, I mean, we're just happy to be a family farm. Been around, Dan and I are third generation. There's second, third, and fourth generation family members actually involved. And there's really a lot that goes into raising a turkey. So, we're thankful for all of our customers and everything, our employees and everything that goes into it. We just got through our Thanksgiving holiday season, and we hope to keep carrying on the family tradition for many years. And appreciate being here.
Yeah, no, we appreciate the time.
Thank you, guys.
Yeah, and you mentioned, so if they just caught it now or they didn't catch it, how can they find out more about Bowman Landes or get a hold of you guys for turkeys or hams and whatever else?
Yeah, absolutely. We have a website at bowmanlandes.com. You can also give us a call at 937-845-9466, and we would be happy to speak with you and help guide you through what we have to offer and see if there's anything that sounds good for the consumer.
Awesome. Well, I think, Travis, we might have something for our guests.
We do. I'll say, though, there's a bit of a game to it.
Okay.
Believe you have something?
I do.
We want to thank you for being our guest on Apple Farm Chatter with this chance to win this super amazing, spectacular, super amazing prize. To win this super amazing, spectacular special prize, this real cool prize, you'll have to pick between one of these 3 doors.
That's just magically
Your prize
popped
is
up.
behind one of these 3 doors.
Yeah,
You
pick one.
have 10 seconds
Which one?
to choose.
1, 2, or 3.
Hurry. Are you sure that's your pick?
number
Okay,
2.
Okay.
It's time to open that door. Your prize is a lucky turkey foot. That's right, a lucky turkey foot. Forget about that legend about the lucky rabbit's foot. An ancient Ottawanian tribe legend says that the turkey's foot is far more powerful than the simple bunny's. Did we make that up? Maybe. It's a new lucky turkey foot. And to top this off, here's some consolation prizes. New Apple Farm Service branded mugs and hats.
Which we have.
Which we do have. Yeah, we'll grab them for you.
Well, thank you very much.
Yeah, no, we appreciate you spending some time here with us. And then I guess we'll be back next month. We wish you guys a very, very Merry Christmas.
Oh, yeah. Everybody should be a couple pounds heavier by the time we get back.
Yes, and I guess we're kind of finishing up. Any last words you guys want to share from the Bowman Landes side?
No, we've always appreciated working with Apple Farm Service. We've traded equipment with you and bought new equipment, and we appreciate you servicing us like you do, and good parts availability, and just appreciate you being a good, solid farm business over there that we can continue to work with.
Well, we do appreciate that. We really do.
Always good to hear.
Always good. It's great working with other family-owned companies like yourselves, so we do appreciate it. But I guess, Travis, to close us off, how else can they learn about Apple Farm Service and Apple Farm Chatter?
Oh, if you want to learn about us, if you want to go to applefarmservice.com, that's our main website. Otherwise, you can check out this podcast on RSS, Spotify, YouTube, and anywhere else you can find good podcasts at. Otherwise, check out our Facebook page, Apple Farm Service Inc. Right?
Yep, Apple Farm Service Inc. You can Google it or just applefarmservice.com.
I always forget about that.
Everyone here from Bowman Landes Farms and Apple Farm Service, I'm going to say thank you for listening for another episode of Apple Farm Chatter.
Thank you for listening to Apple Farm Chatter. If you haven't, subscribe today. Want more from Apple Farm Service? Like us on Facebook, follow us on TikTok, and check out our website, applefarmservice.com. Happy farming from your friends at Apple Farm Service and Apple Farm Chatter.